What's the deal, gang? What's going on? How's everyone doing? What's up, Eddie?
What's up, brother?
I was in your neck of the woods today for about 10 minutes.
A whole 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
I was about like 10th Ave. I don't know how far away from you that is.
That's right down the street. My mom lives on 10th Ave.
Yeah, I was on 10th Ave and right by I-95.
By the Fun Depot.
They got a Ford dealership over there across the street.
Yeah, that's where I got my new truck at.
Oh, really?
And that's where they delivered the truck to me while I was cleaning out my old truck. They crashed my new truck, and they took another week fixing it.
Wild. Damn. You know, I had an office across the, right where that Fun Depot is. There's like warehouses to the left of it if you're looking right at it. There's like 3 rows of warehouses that go deep like that. Fun Depot is.
That's where K&M Electric is. We go there all the time to pick up stuff.
All right, so you know KLM? The very next door was my office.
That's awesome.
For like 4 or 5 years. The very next door from them.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And we were right next to each other for so long.
Orchard Automotive, bro. I appreciate the £5, bro. Thank you. You don't got to do that, but man, I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for coming through. What's good, fam? Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, yeah, we closed the stream today, and then we caught another 50-pip banger in the signal channel right after we closed the stream today. 100 pips for the day. We're at over 500 for the week. Yeah. It's only Wednesday. Only Wednesday. What's up with the BBLs? There's no BBLs. We only take BBWs. When we take a BBL, we get a BBW. Where's Kenny when you need him? I need a smoking partner. Are you smoking, Eddie?
I was.
What happened?
Yo.
It's over.
I'm here.
He said, I'm here. I'm here. I'm smoking.
I'm rolling up.
Walking through a Walmart right now, rolling a fat joint. I'm here. Lots of smoke in aisle 13. Come through. You have the entire Walmart staff and the manager over there smoking. All right, let's get it together. Let's get this stream popping. Get it up and running. Daily. Closed bullish, but I don't think it closed that bullish because the 4 hour before the daily closure pushed down to these areas here, right? So I'm looking at the daily as a weak bullish closure. Look at the 4 hour here. 4 hours bearish, looking to come down. We did break the low, make a bottom wick, come right back up, respected it. Let's see what we have going on here. Pushing into this previous resistance that can now turn into a support. I think there might be a level there. Smaller time frame, yeah. We just bumped into here. Okay, perfect. Kiddo, good? Hold on.
Are you talking?
Holy shit, I've just been talking for a little while. All right, so see the Jack Reacher fight on YouTube. Fuck. All right, so let's do this. I'm not gonna go over everything, but the 4 hours bearish here. We're looking to come down. We did make a top wick, and man, if you were here for market open, this was amazing. This was textbook for market open. Pushed up, you got that limit order, came down, and actually gave you a chance to take it again. This next time that it comes up here, not gonna be that simple. We're gonna need some help. Over here, it was the push up was just too easy. But now, the refill of that wick, you technically push it up further. Unless we get the market cooperating here and giving us maybe a leg candle, bullish leg candle, maybe you see the next 15 print in that way, right? Maybe you get the next 15 print the leg candle, something like this, right? Which would probably leave a 30 with a very small wick. This would be a 30 candle, right? So then you would look for that top wick first in order to give you the bottom wick. So to fill the leg candle to these areas, right? You want the leg candle body filled, so you would look for that top wick. That's your move. Candle body over here, keeping stops above here, and position should look something. Yeah, can't even do it on like that, and this is partials right here. But right now we're only planning for it. It's got to print. It's not gonna happen because we drew it out. We drew out what we want to happen in order to be in a position. Trump speaking right now? No fucking way, my friend.
Yeah, he's speaking.
He's always speaking. Like, he's speaking every day, all day.
A
Stop
bunch of random shit.
speaking. Where is he speaking? I don't see him on any of the news. What news channels are you guys watching? I'm looking at the Strait of Hormuz. I'm looking at the ship armada in there, and
Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. I just looked up Trump speaking live and started clicking whichever one has him speaking.
Oh man, that's YouTube. YouTube will have Trump speaking from 4 days ago, from 4 years ago, from 40 years ago.
No, yeah, I probably got duped.
Doopy doopy. Wait, who else said Trump is speaking?
Somebody
Chris-
said it in the
Yeah, Chris said Trump
Zoom,
is-
so I started searching. And I was like, oh shit! The first one I clicked, he was speaking, so I was like, all right, that's it.
No, they'd have him up on Fox News. Speaking.
It was live Fox Now, so I'm like, I see where I fucked up. I'm an idiot. It's like getting duped by Wix 8 instead of Wix 9.
Stop it, my friend. No more speaking. I need to forget this accent. Can't stop addicted to the shindig. Where's my joint? You were supposed to speak at 7:20? All I know is when he speaks at 7:20, somewhere in the world, it's 4:20. And you know what that means.
I was trying to make a 420 joke as well. It's crazy how we think alike, but I couldn't think of one.
Just comes naturally. I stumble upon high quality humor by mistake all the time. Like walk into it. I walk
That's why
into,
some. Oh, go
I'd
ahead.
be walking into walls of satire by mistake.
Dude, it makes you feel like you could be a comedian sometimes, but then you're like, you try to think of a joke, and I'm like, no, I can't think of one. It has to come naturally.
Yeah, yeah. I probably wouldn't be able to do stand-up material, but I'd be really good at doing crowd work.
Yeah.
Right, because I write a joke and some shit like that Jesus joke comes up and the people will be fucking throwing shit at me. But like, if I do crowd work and just, make fun of people there, like, I think it'll work. I'm just gonna need a lot of security because I won't have a filter. The shit that I almost say on stream will come out. It's already 5 o'clock somewhere. Bro, it's already almost 9, 10. It's tomorrow in some places. What up, Jay? We got 1 minute here. 100 seconds here for the first 15 closure of our session. Means nothing. We don't have a bottom wick on this hourly. We just broke the previous hourly high, creating a top wick for it. It might come down here. It's tomorrow morning here. No, it's today for you. It's just from where you're sitting, it's yesterday evening for us. Do we have sell stops? Fuck no. You sure there's not a minuscule bottom wick on the hourly? Oh, I see it. See it. You nipple fiend. I see it. Now I can't unsee it. Oh, yeah. Tickle, 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 tickle. Damn. You would be a good private investigator. I did not notice that. You'd be like, no. Saw it. How do we explain to a non-trading fellow that we are excited to get to the charge just to wait for hours for our setup? You tell them you're a janitor. Yo, how do we close here? No top wick. Perfect. Oh, we opened up with the fucker. Yeah, nothing doing here yet. Yeah, we closed with no top wick, but I can't do nothing here with that opening. We can keep pushing. That's wild. Talking about the time I recently got an Ethiopian Bible and started reading Enoch for the first time. They talk about getting time from the angels. Yeah, yo, the book of Enoch is fucking wild. And no reason for it to not be included in the Bible, other than some dude decided, because it's all part of the same text, right? And if it's all part of the same text, boy, does that fucking change the meaning of the Bible. Whoa, that fucking completely resets everything. People at the Zoom door, come in. Yeah, I fuck with Enoch. Enoch was supposedly what? The grandfather of Moses, right? This is a bit tough here. These limits. Because it's the re-break, right? We're refilling the wick that's already retested this high here. The 4 hours already created this wick, came down for the support, and now it's refilling it. So I expect it to break to create a steeper top wick. That's why there's no limit orders here. Even with this bottom wick, we would have had a limit order if this wasn't the refill of that 4 hour top wick. But right now, as it's refilling, I expect it to break up. Break up. Like your ex. Whoa, that book sounds awesome. Oh yeah, just so you guys know, Jesus loves y'all. Jesus loves y'all. I can't tell your tone of voice, so I'm not sure which way you're going with that one. Can you record a voice note? Might be one of those fuck you candles. Give me a second, chat. Let me take this joint outside because you're being sincere. Whoa, that book sounds awesome. Okay. Oh yes, just so you guys know, Jesus loves you. All right. Yeah. Sorry, it's tough when we're made, like, I don't know if you know, we are made, well, on this stream, or at least Wick's not. I'm made of 90% jokes and like 9% water. You guys are like 70% water. I'm 90% jokes, about 9% water, and then 1% everything else. So my mind just works that way. Like, no matter what's said by who, anywhere, at any point in time, regardless of the situation, whether it be a fucking wedding or a funeral, my mind always goes the same direction, towards a joke. Where do I find the joke in here? I'm the type of guy to laugh in a funeral. Can't understand what I mean. You soon will. Are we delayed? We might be delayed, gang. Wait, hold on. Tell me this. Oh, no. Yeah, like that. Hey. just bought matcha tea. The green one. Matcha tea ice cream. It's on the same shelf as that one. Or on top of the door. Double check. I just bought new ones. Yeah. Matcha tea ice cream, and you want to try that? And strawberry chocolate truffle, something like that. Tier. NQ. NQ, if NQ was gold, this would be a sell right now to retest the lows. NQ ain't gold. You know it wouldn't. Sell NQ. Not based on that 4 hour. L options. Options. L options. Go get this NQ off. There's a mosquito flying around here. That fucker's been uninvited. This is where the market's going right now. Okay, couple of things. If we All right. If we close bullish here on the 30 and we open up with a bottom wick, I'm going to have a buy limit off this area. 45.11 flat. We cannot have a bottom wick. I mean, we cannot have a top wick. It's bottom wick's got to come first. If we get the top wick, it's likely to break this high, which means it'll grab orders that this candle didn't grab, which means it has a potential to drive further down than the previous candle did. So the previous mean this one right here. So that one grabs orders up there. It'll be able to come down heavy. So let's see how we close. If we get a bullish closure on the 30 and opening with the bottom wick, that will be a buy limit. Keep stops below the range. Oh my God. Come on, can we get a flex, gang? It's gonna make you feel good. It makes you really feel good. Oh, let's do it again. You guys missed it. Squeeze the buys. Squeeze the buys. It's gonna fucking make you feel good. It's gonna pump the blood. Oh, and then extend them and fucking squeeze them again. Arr. Oh, you just get the blood flowing. Arr. Let's see what happens. I don't know. I don't know what happens here. We might get a late candle. We're gonna look for some buys. We might get a top wick first and look for some sells. Sells don't look bad either because that would start flipping the 4-hour back bearish, right? Start coming down here. A lot of things could happen. Zoom door. Oh. Come on. Yeah, so you got real-time comments data, right? Just to confirm, because I have different prices on my chart. Yep, right there. We are on MGCJ, right? MGCJ, yeah. Yeah, this candle closes in 3 minutes, not in 13 minutes. If I didn't have real-time data, this would be, no, this would be 18 minutes behind. 13 minutes. MGCJ. Ooh, more people at the Zoom door. Come in. Yo, we are already up around 100 pips on the day. Ejectocito, cuh. Man. Fake out here. Closure above here would have been great. Yeah, we're gonna have a 15 light candle here, gang. If it closes like this, we're gonna have a buy limit here. The exact buy limit will be 45.11.5, 45.11.6. Give it that extra pip. We're gonna need a bottom wick first on the next candle. Might be higher. I don't know. Let me look into this. Let me do some investigating. Yeah, 45.11.6 here, 30 seconds. Gang. Need a bottom wick first. All right, I got a buy limit here at this white line. So we got some BBLs going. I'll tell you once I delete it, or when I delete it, or if I delete it. Bringing us to a deletion right there. Let's see if we tap resistance. Yeah. See how it fills the leg candle? This, like, we really don't want price, no matter how big the leg candle is, right? The body here. 20 pips. Yeah, we don't want price to get to the top here. Here's our advantage point. So once we make that bottom wick, we know we're headed to this area. That would have been about a 140 pip move, but we are making that top wick first, which tells me not much for now. With a strong candle here, the 30, we might see this push up without bottom wick. Hold on, chat.
Wix, we're still on mute.
Damn it. Sorry. I said I was going to have a... I was thinking about having both positions here. Having the sell stop and the buy limit. 30. Yeah, we held resistance. We've tapped into the steeper area. Got a bullish 30, but I expect that to come down to at least 45.10. So, yeah, I think if we break the slow... Sell stop 45 20.1. I'm under the impression that we're going to need to tap a support at this area before moving up or down. We're bearish on the 4. Created a top wick. We broke the highs and we closed back in range there, right? We broke all these highs to the left. Yeah. For this session. 4 hour, we broke its own high. Closed back in range. If it had enough juice to push, should have pushed already. If it doesn't and it held resistance, it needs a support to come up. Where's that support? The nearest one is 45.11. If we break the previous candle high, we'll delete the sell stop here. Once we break the high. Once we break the high, do not sell, just buy. $45.20. Tons of buy orders. Maybe they're closing out positions. Yeah, I don't like corporate. Yeah, you might. I think I'm gonna close out. There's 3 minutes left on this 15. Yeah, I'm gonna close the sell stop here. I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna wait these 3 minutes for the 15-minute candle. 3 minutos. Then we're getting the last 15 of the hourly thing. Zoom door. Holy shit. Out of here. Welcome. Oh, welcome everybody. Tons of buyer orders sitting for 20 people at Zoom door. Looks like a drop base potential. Drop on the 15-minute. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the way this looks. We can look better. We can see better. Not a fan of that engulfing. What happened to the Bachelorette? Yo, Detroit's playing a game right now. Detroit's on. Yeah, Detroit's on ESPN right now. A good game. 82-81 in the third versus Atlanta.
They must have come back because they was down quite a bit earlier.
Yeah, they were down quite a bit. They're up by 1 now. They were down in the first half. I was watching it. Yeah. I like their
And
new,
also,
I like the new colors, man. I like the new court and colors. I like that.
let's get some more likes on this stream, please. We got 162 people minimum. We can do more than this.
Likey the streamy. Yo, did those buy orders get pulled yet? From right here on the break of the low? The guy that looked like you on the team? Look like who? Like me. 30 like parlay on the NBA, $2 to win 12 mil. Hey, it could happen. You're gonna be on fucking Wall Street bets by tomorrow morning. When he said look like you, I think he meant like Kenny now. Not a single white guy on that team. Not look like me. Closed a bit above that most recent. These are some ugly ass candles right here. Nah, fucking around. I don't even know the teams. Yeah, it's the Detroit Lions playing right now versus the Atlanta Braves. Yeah. The two best hockey teams right now in America. I was on the wrong book, Matt. Right now, it looks untradeable. No substantial orders anywhere in sight. All right, chill with the book, Matt. This should, I don't want to know. It'd be throwing me off. What a big nice support for tiny stop loss. No, it's 13 minutes left in this hourly candle. We're gonna wait that out. We're gonna wait for the 1 hour to close and see what it looked like. What the problem is, you feel me? Because ideally, right, we can have this sprint maybe on the next hourly, maybe on the next 30. These things make our life so much easier, right? If this prints, target, right? Target, and I don't mean this fucking target, right? Why does that look weird? Why it look weird? That's the Timu target. But yeah, this right here would make our life very, very simple, right? Stop wick entries. If for any wild reason in hell it doesn't reach our level for a top wick entry, break it to low entries. Regardless, we're gonna ride this thing down to at least here, and then full TP Right there, right there. Wiffle ball is right after baseball season? No. Then it's into we're getting ready for the Olympics, the Summer Olympics coming, bro. It's training season. Yeah, if you didn't know, we formed a Wix 9 synchronized swimming team. So I need everybody at the YMCA pool this weekend, this Saturday. Why did you take the position if you didn't have a plan? Sounds like some smart ass advice, bro. If you don't have a position, you should just close it, reevaluate, and when you do have a plan, you can sit in that position in drawdown or ahead, but in, with confidence, knowing exactly what to do, when to do it, what follows what you're doing, right? Save your lungs for the bond competition. Yeah, gang. Also, underwater skydiving. Join up. The basket weaving classes are full. The underwater basket weaving classes are full. The underwater skydiving still open. And then we also have horseback snowboarding. Or skiing, right? Because you can't put a horse on a snowboard, which cannot stand sideways. If I see a fucking horse coming down the mountain on a sled, and the bitch is sideways, this year is my year for underwater sports. They do have underwater hockey. I seen this shit. I was fucking amazed. Those are the dudes that need to be fucking Navy SEALs. They be underwater for like 18 minutes playing hockey. How can you say that with a straight face? That's what makes it funny. Comedians cannot laugh at their own jokes, then it's not funny. I mean, I laugh at a lot of shit, but like if I'm delivering a joke, I will never laugh at delivery. Right? And I expect. Going for another attempt for funded. I've blown many funded accounts without ever getting a payout. Hitting the 5 winning days, but then getting too greedy and blowing it. Yeah, that sounds like a familiar journey to a lot of us, right? I think in some way, shape, or form, we all go through that roller coaster of emotions, through the same roller coaster. Josh Johnson is good at laughing at his jokes on stage. Yeah, some people just have really funny laughs that make others laugh even more. I don't have one of those laughs. Then we are pushing up, pushing up. I like to move it, move it. All right, 8 minutes here on una hora. On the 1 hour, right? Did I say that right? Would you say after 5 days, just cash out all the profits and start over? No. My funded account lasted for 4 months, 5 months. 6 total payouts. I don't know why it took 6. The water skydiving is not what NASA does. I don't know, but I came up with that idea first. NASA better recognize fucking assholes. They're assholes over there at NASA. Because they fake their videos underwater. Yeah, I didn't know where their fake video studio was. I don't know. I didn't know it was underwater. News me. That'd be crazy, right? Oh, that's we faked the Mars landing underwater. I'm gonna get a shirt made before I take my next flight to see people's reactions at the airport. Professional underwater skydiver. To put synchronized swimming coach. Or like, you know, high school synchronized swimming coach. It will probably get a lot of police called in here. The fucking scores talent search. What do you call them? Talent, not a recruiter. Talent evaluator. Horseback ice skating? No, I said horseback snowboarding. Be a little tougher to get a horse up on a hill onto a board and then slide the fucker off. Scout? Yo, stay away from the scouts, bro. Well, 5 minutes till the 1 hour close. Oh, damn. That was nasty. All right, the third quarter just ended, Penny. 98-95, Atlanta. Fourth quarter is going to be nice. Oh, he does look like Kenny, but he's white. Kenny got a white doppelganger. Kenny said, fuck that. I'm just going to walk to the game. Did you say sell the top of the hour? No. We need a closure above here. We've never closed. We keep respecting. We want to close, but we did tap into these levels here, right? Just want the market, the price to stay there and then come back down in range. But right now, there's no sells. There is no sell, my friend. We need a strong. What are you doing? No, we don't need a strong. What are you doing? We just need a strong. We need a strong closure below here. Yeah. Why does it do this? It doubles up my lines. Damn. Like a friendly waiter in Colombia. Why does it keep doing this? Every time. Yeah, we need that closure below 45.22 for some of that clean range down. It could happen. Just saw Kenny on TV. Run! Yo, I saw an employee of mine on an episode of Cops. How about that? A former manager. Somebody, she used to manage it for me. She was on an episode of Cops. I told you guys this story. I didn't know either until she told me, and then I looked at the episode. I was like, oh, shit. She was like, yeah, I was in the car with the wrong person at the wrong time. Fucker. She got in the car. She was young, and she said she was just getting some fucking meth or some shit. I don't know, I don't know what it was. Maybe weed. I don't remember what she told me. She was getting something. And the cops pulled up, and the dude took off with her in the car. And that ended up being on an episode of Cops. No. I found everything. She was not driving. It's pretty fucking funny. You know, they be filming half the cops episodes in like Broward and Broward and like Volusia. It's all, I don't know. It's all these like, never mind. They're good counties, but it's all these like little, it's all these southern Florida counties. Yo, you know what? I never got rid of that Byland, by the way. Sorry, if you're in the Signal channel, get rid of this motherfucker. It's pretty wild. Shit, Detroit's up by one. All right, 20 seconds here for the 1 hour close. That's a heavy candle, gang. So, right? Got a 415 pip candle, 420 pip candle. Hey, 420. I knew it's 420 somewhere. Apparently, it's in this candle. Wow, bottom wick. This should just be appearing. All right, so remember what we said. We want that closure above and a closure below. If we can come back down in range here below 45.22. Or do we push up? There's nothing here for me just yet if we push up. There's no sell limit. There's no... Kenny blowing down in the way. How you know? I didn't even see Kenny. Oh, that was a while back. All right, yeah, we want this. Got that closure above. Now we just need to see, we've tapped that area. Remember I said this is key. We want to really tap into there. Now we want a closure like this. That would set us up for a top wick entry. It'll have to be it'll have to be a 30 closure. Maybe even a 1 hour closure, and that will take us into the next hour. Awa. Awa, awa. Awa, awa. More people at the Zoom door. Fresh. All right, push it over here. Get rid of that. Let's just see what happens. Same thing I said yesterday. Did we miss the long Asia Open? 2 easy giveaways. When you look back at it, I didn't take them either. No, if I was here for Asian Open at 6 p.m., I would have taken a sell off a top wick there. Top wick on the 4-hour to open up the session.
Welcome home, Columbia. Beautiful, beautiful. Discovery 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions. Liftoff of mission 41B, the first flight of the orbiter Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower. Discovery Houston, press to ATO. I have to be in orbit. Beautiful, beautiful.
Get off, fake out. Yeah, NQ sucks. He's gonna close here. Not much doing. Sells, we need to be below 22. Buys, we need to be above 38, above 39, and this range sucks. This is just chop. This is horse shit within these wicks to the left. None of this is pretty. We want to get out of this range. So what we want to do is blow right through it, up or down. Uh-oh, hold on a second. Okay. Zoom door, come in. 9 minutes. Tapping our level on a dot here, huh? God damn it. It's a good stop here. 20 pips was worth it. The 4 hour looking like here. Yeah, this is the position we waited for yesterday. Same position. Same position. Kind of tight right here. I missed it. That was the 1 hour coming back into range though, so but this was very. I didn't see this to the left. There's these wicks coming off right off that area. I didn't see this. I drew that line based on our 15 right here, and that just fell in line with that. If I saw that, man, yeah, we would have been in there. Three minutes here on this 30. Let's see what happens. Might be a longer stream today again. The only thing is I might have to step out for like. We'll see. We'll see what we do here in the next 5-10 minutes. One minute here. Yeah, we did not get that closure back in range here. Yeah, we're gonna be waiting on the hourly here, regardless of what happens here. I'm gonna be waiting on the hourly though, and the 4-hour candle to close here in about 30 minutes. 4 hours. There. Give me 1 minute.
Wix, you're still on mute.
Sorry, someone said, why didn't you take the 30-minute top wick? And that's the reason is we didn't close back in range. We needed to close back in range. As we're making that top wick, that's the hourly pushing bullish after the 30. Respected the support now, right? That resistance now turns support. But once we close back in range, it's a whole different story. We just don't have that closure back in range yet. All right, the next 4 hours going to need a bottom wick here before pushing up. Maybe we can get the hourly to fake out here. All right, close back below. And we can look for a top wick sell here off this area, keeping stops all the way above the range. Eight minutes on this 15. Okay, we're waiting on this hourly to close. I'm gonna step out. I'm gonna be right back so I can make it for the hourly close here in 20 minutes. So I'll see you guys in 20 minutes, okay? Hang on. made it with a minute to spare. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, I mean, this is not much different from that 15 closure. Turns out we're back up above the range. Bit tough there. No top wick on that 15. We do have a wick on the 30. I think we just held support here in a way. Okay, I'm gonna take a buy right here. A buy. Oh, I got by the time I click buy, this should slip by about 20 pips already. I wanted the bottom wick over here, but this kind of came up. If it re-breaks lows, I might take another buy as a pineapple. I think we should flip bullish to at least the top of the range here for the wick fill. So I'm in a position here, looking like this. If it really breaks down, I'll tell you where I'm looking for a buy again, right here. All right, so just took another buy. Our overall entry is 50 or 530 flat. Entries 45.30, right there, right where we wanted. Keep stops, just to that. Yeah, we faked out here on the 15. We've closed back up above the range. Wanted an entry somewhere on this bottom wick, but thought we would push heavier here for the 4-hour top wick. Right, the 4-hour close bullish. We got our bottom wick. We're looking to create that top wick. Yeah, the problem is it can be a steep bottom wick on a 4-hour, but man, if that's the case, we'll adjust. Yeah, so full position right now is on the break on this 30. Steep 4-hour bottom wick. How much room is there? Damn. I might give it that 300, gang. I might push this here, but I think we got to come up here heavy. Yeah, I don't have a stop here just yet. Would expect the top wick here. Partials.
Weeks are you in the buys already?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy already. Partials are 45.36. This isn't the stop. The stop is a it's going to be extended here. Really depends on what we do at this area. I think I'm going to have a stop somewhere here around 220. The potential here for the 4 hour is just really. The candle flip would be the break even. Okay. Yeah, might get a push down there. Let's see. I expect the top wick on this 4 hour after that push up. That's why we've extended the stop, because we could get a steep bottom wick before that push up. Chat disconnected? Oh, my chat disconnected there. Connected back. Oof, I don't like that pushback down, gang. Ugly. Benny doesn't like this position, gang. Benny does not like it. Expect the top wick here. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna push up a little. I wanna close right here at minus 35 pips, 36. We just got a 5-minute top wick. I want to see this. Actually, I closed at minus 35, 38. We're gonna have a 2-minute. We're gonna have a 2-minute drill here for the 15. Once the 15 closes, I'll make a decision. Like a small loss, but I did close right there. I'll tell you why. I want to see how this 15 closes, if we respect or if we don't. There's a chance right now in 100 seconds, we might close below and the next candle plummets with these 5 areas right here. Right, this candle can flip here. But if it doesn't, if we're able to stay up and push up, or if it does break down, I'll take a steeper bottom wick entry on that 4-hour. So I'm gonna give it this 100 seconds and most likely get right back in it. I just want to see what it does. 80 seconds here. Sorry, get rid of it. I closed 34 minus 43. I want to see us respect this area. Thirty seconds here. closes above or below. All right, so close below. There's a chance this pushes up. I mean, pushes down here with no top wick. This is gonna get interesting here. If it does, we're gonna have a very similar entry down here. Our entry didn't make sense there once we closed. Any trades taken? Yeah. I just closed out for minus 43 pips. I don't really have an ego. I can come to terms with being wrong. But man, that's loss number 100. Early try, gang. Tried. I don't know how many we had. I think we had like 7 or 8 wins on that last streak or 2. But I think a good closure by us, right? It was at 30. Yeah, I think a really good read right there. We didn't need to take a 150 pip loss here. Still below the range. Careful here. I know you see the 15 flipping bullish, but you're still below this level. Really what matters right now. Spent the first half of this candle creating that bottom wick. At this point. I'm gonna have a buy limit at 45 45.11.6. And I'm gonna have one here at 45.05 flat. I'm gonna have two buy limits. And the stop will be below the range here overall. Just so you're aware where that second level comes from. And it falls in line with this 4-hour support. That wick, support, pineapple V1, PV1. I mean, pancake V1. Say pineapple. PV1. Possible steeper 4-hour low till 45.12. Yeah, that's what I just spoke about. That's why I said that's on that 15 closure. We are like, I know it didn't close below the most recent, but the overall here, right? And once that happens, like it's not that we're behind, the probability of our trade goes down. If you have a chance to manage risk, right? Why not until it sets up, right? Because at that point, that closure is not your trade. Your trade is the tap and a slingshot. But if it's able to maintain price there, there's no point of, you know, where you're playing probabilities. Right? So get out, let it set up. It might set up in the same trade for you, right? So you didn't have to get out, but I'll take the L, would let it set up again, and then I'll take the, you know, higher probability position. This is what we're gonna, which is what we're looking to do here. Give me a sec. I gotta run to the bathroom. We got 2 minutes here for this candle to close for this 30. Give me 1 minute. I gotta pee. God damn it. The top wick sells would make sense if this was the hourly close. We don't have a top wick here on the 4 hour and the hourly, so I'm not looking, you know, for any sell off this low, but this would be a solid sell off this area right here. Close back in range. 15's holding though. Break it down here. Break it down. You ever use alerts? Not really. My levels are alerts, but if I'm not on the charts, you know what I mean? I'm not on the charts. I don't trade off my phone. Only time I trade, I gotta like, that's one concrete rule I never break. I don't trade off anything except for my terminal. But when I leave, I don't have no MT5 app. I don't have any of these apps on my phone. No mobile apps, nothing. The only way I could see price when I left from the stream was to look at my own live stream. Sell limits? No, we can't have sell limits here with the 4-hour closing bullish and not having a top wick. Right, we can't have sell limits here with the hourly not having it. Come on, break the lows. We want to break the lows. Only ways for us to set up. Oh, I think it's coming, gang. Let's look at the 1 hour. Boom, it's pumping. What? God damn it. Where's yours? You have a lighter? We're about to break it, about to break it, about to break. Just a stop here. That'd be ridiculous. It's not that bad. 70? We can deal with that. We can mess with 270. No, don't reject here. So this is the only place I'm afraid right here. See this level right here, this wick to the left? That's where it might just go back up. But if we break this, we should be Gucci. Gucci to our level. There we go. Come on, now give me a reaction. All right, gang. May the forces of evil become confused on the way to your house. Good luck, boss. Oh! I got in there. I got in there and it's I had to manual execute because it tapped it on the dot and didn't tap me in. So I manually executed it. Let's see. I'm off on my execution by about 20 pips. It missed me by a pip, so I manually executed it and about 20 pips there. Should have been, we should be up about 40 right now, but we're up about 20. I need a steeper push up to start looking up. Close. If it comes down lower, remember. 45, 05, flat. should have been 40 pips. It missed me by a pip. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the tap that we need. I have a buy limit of 45.05 flat as well. So we're in a position here off 45.14 flat. Damn, that literally by a pip and came right back up 50 pips. Yeah, we're in a position here, and we might be in a second position. $45.05 flat is a pineapple, and then I'll tell you where the average position between them will be. We tap. Yeah, we're expecting the 4 hour doesn't have a top wick here. We're expecting to make one. $45.05 incoming, and we'll move thing. This candle bullish flip is TP. And the bottom of the range is a stop. Did you buy or sell? We're in a buy. We're currently in a buy. All right, partials are 45.20, and the full TP, I think we might bring it up to the 4 hour flip. Oh. What's the deal, Benny? What don't you like? Looking for a steeper push up. Candle has some potential to come up here. Got a 15 closing here. All right, the 15's open with a bottom wick here. This is interesting. This can take us to the top of the range if it flips, or when it flips. Very, very interesting. Need a bullish flip on this 15. Might tap the 15 level here, right? Our pineapple area. We might have to move that up. Kind of like our areas. Yeah, I think 4505 works there. Gotta come up more here. We need more out of this candle. we get. I'm looking at it for us to come down. It's got to come up off resistance, and when we top out there, there's no level here on that candle. So you figure it comes back up to the 20 areas, 45 20s. Maybe after a steeper bottom wick. Yeah, did not see more than 30 pips there. 30 on the dot, I think we saw 35 on the dot. Yeah, settled for that entry, so didn't get as much, right? I really thought once it wicked down here that quick, I tried to market execute and it bounced back up for 20 pips. So missed us by a pip, but then it came down, actually tapped us in and then came back up. It's just sitting there. It's the prettiest looking one. $45.05.5 for a pineapple. Oh. Once we tap the pineapple, this entry will obviously average out, and I'll put it exactly where it. Yeah, and when in doubt, zoom out, right? And you'll see the 4 hour here, and there's absolutely no reason for the 4 hour to drop down here after that heavy bullish candle without making a top wick, without grabbing orders a bit higher. So we're banking on the fact that it should come up and grab some orders. Wicks, when you close partial, how much do you close usually out of full position? Usually between 60 and 80%. Between 60 and 80%. Sorry, I completely ignored YouTube here for a little while. I forgot there's a chat. Yeah, I think if we were going to come up, we would have come up off that level already. So probably needs more orders. Needs more orders. We get some. Oof, that got really close there. Pull down a bit more. Boom. All right, so we're in there. Entry's 4509. Damn, that blew. Stops are 265 pips, 266 pips. What's the daily gonna do? Flip here. Let's move this. Stop. Entry is 45097 for a for a total position. Right there. That's our entry. Stops are 265 pips. And we're looking for this 4 hour. Not for the fucking daily flip, but for the 4 hour to push up. Based on the fact that we had a heavy 4 hour candle. We opened up with a bottom wick and no top wick here. No orders grabbed on this current 4 hour. Yeah, I'm looking for a pullback to at least 20 areas, 45, 20. One hour might close, no bottom wick. Well, we'll see. 1 minute here. 1 minute for the 1 hour. If it close holding this, you might get a bottom wick, right? I really don't want to extend stops here, but a bottom wick might come with a stop. 1 minute. 1 minute, and we want to hold all of this. Push the hell up, honestly. The spit song. Risking about a 3/4 of the week's profits here. A little less. All right, the 1 hour just closed. I think we closed respecting this most recent level. Give me a fucking top wick. Let's go. Took another buy there. Our entry is 4507.45. Stop, Benny. Stop. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. As soon as I'm out of this trade, see, I'm in a trade right now. As soon as I'm done with this trade, I'll come take you to bed. Okay. I don't know. Let it finish, and we'll see. Parking, bro. What happened? Benny. What's the deal? Yeah. Stops around 250. Want to keep it at that stop over here because I know we can break that low. But that's the daily re-breaking the low. I want to see this freaking thing push up. Was a great closure for the hourly. Held the level here to the left and opened up with a bottom wick. Really, really good opening for the hourly. Really good closure in terms of levels. The 4 hour doesn't have a top wick. I mean, I would take this straight over and over, just not the way it looks right now in terms of it pushing down, but the way it closes, the way we've opened, I would take these trades all over and over and over. Wait, why is there no music? Shit. My headphones just said low battery. Well, if anything, I just won't hear you guys, but you guys will hear me. 'Cause mic's still on. Hold on, let me close the door. Previous 4 hour closed like candle? No, it didn't. Previous 4 hour closed heavily bullish. Not a like candle. And even if it closed like this current 4 hour would have needed a top wick. Four hour was not a light candle. We're taking the bottom wick entry off the 4 hour, and we actually got our overall entry, our average entry here at the damn near bottom of the 4 hour candle. We have not grabbed orders anywhere. We've just kind of straight push down, push down, push down. Not this resistance, not. This thing playing games. I got a partial TP at 50 pips at 45-12 areas, which is this resistance to the left. 45-12, 45-13 areas right here. That's where I have partials because that's the first resistance. That's a level we can reject from. So I will close about 60% of my position there. 70. Has to flip not by position 09. Should I still manage this? If close 15 close bull, can we take on you and better wait for 30? If 15 goes bullish here, it should push up. Really the 30, but Damn, this fucking 15 might close lit candle. Top wick here. See if the next candle can give us a top wick. Or can open up with a top wick. Come on. Come on. 30. Gang. I really don't fucking like this. Lit candle here. Push up. Push up. All right. I'm just gonna move stops to break even here. I think if I move all my stops to break even, it either pushes up heavy or we hit BE and no harm, no foul. Push up, push up, push up. Let's go a little more. A little more. Come on, don't fucking come back here. It's a risk-free trade. We're up 20 pips. I'm going to sell partials right there. I sold about half my position, a little less than half, about 45%. Wait. Let me close. I closed full. I just fucked up. Yeah, I pressed the wrong button on there. I clicked sell and I clicked buy by mistake because they're buttons right next to each other, but I closed full and it would have came back here to BE. So I made Made 20 pips. Yeah, W. I made 20 pips. And I made back a third of what I lost on that 45 because this position was bigger. Sorry, half. So look. See, this is why we manage risk here, right? Leg candle, we understand top wick. It's either going to push through to next resistance or it's going to reject here. But whatever it is, whenever it does reject, it's going to fill this body low. So yeah, I got exactly 20 pips. I risked 2.5 times. My lot size was 2.5 times bigger than the previous 45 loss. All right. So because of that, that 20 pips took away a little more than almost half of that 45 loss. You lost 67 from previous loss? Yeah. Minus 40. Man, I'm pissed off right now. I'm gonna be looking to take advantage of this market over the next hour or two. Why am I pissed off? Because it's got to come up. It's got to fucking run here for the 4 hour. But I had a lot of risk on the table there. 2 pineapples. I planned for one. I didn't plan for a second one, but when that hourly closed respecting and we came down for that bottom wick, damn it, that made sense. I'm fucking myself. It was a great setup wicks. Price didn't want to push up. Over time, as new candles print, you get more, you get more tells to your advantage. And man, these pineapples here were really to our advantage. We really could have pushed this by 70, 80, 100 pips. We're just, we waited for so long, and that 4 hour opened up. You're thinking to yourself, all right, look at these wicks right here, right? You're looking at 30 level, and you're thinking, for us to really come down here, we got to come back up here. The market's not really going to push all the way down to come back up there to again push all the way down. It'll usually, on the way, first support, second, third. And it's all right, right? Like, we get to see every possible way these these pancakes play out, even with the pineapples. Like, this is great value in terms of managing risk, in terms of, in terms of reading the candles, reading the charts. As like I said, it's not static. The market's very dynamic. Every read counts. Every candle closure counts. Yeah, it could have been better. But how glad are you that I was able to make that read on the first buys? Hey, if you're in a signal channel and you see closures for my partial, I say it says minus 30, but I got plus 20. That's because it's giving you the count from the initial entry, but it's not giving you a total count combining the second entry, the third entry. The bot is not optimized to do that. So if you're thinking that was a loss, it was not. It was 20. And the more important part is that would have been a really big fucking loss if you were married to your position, if you weren't reading the candle closures, if you weren't able to fight off your ego. Did you close the higher position before the pineapple? Yes, we closed this position right up here. We took that entry. We took the entry right there, 45.30 areas, and we closed it somewhere right here at 45.27 areas, 45.26 area. We closed it right there. Imagine. That's when I said to myself, all right, at this point, as the candles, small time frames are printing, it looks like we're gonna make a steeper low. I was like, if you're gonna hold this, be careful. I'm gonna close it out. I'm gonna let it make that steeper low and then get in. Boy, since that closure, it plummeted another 300 pips, 290 pips. Aren't you glad we didn't have to sit there? You take your little 40 pip L. Look, you got more than half of it back, or you got half of it back right now with this trade, right? And yeah, it wasn't the full closure for 20 pips, but you got to realize my partial closure for 20 pips here was just the partial itself was a bigger position than the full position on this minus 43, because we had 3 pineapples. So when I closed this out here, right, it was a bigger closure than the full position on the buys. So we've made pretty much half of it back, a little less. So we're down 20 pips. We're basically break even for the session. I mean, what's break even? That's pretty much profits, right? We're almost up 100 pips here. So how the day goes. Today we caught 40 pips in the New York session. Right after the New York session, we caught 50 pips. We lost 40 on our first trade, and we made 20 on our second trade. So we are up 70 pips for the day. We are up over 500 pips still for the week. It's Wednesday, and we just managed the shit out of these positions to the T. Woo, look at that closure and breaking back down, breaking back down, breaking back down. All right. Anything else? Gotcha. So could the current candle still be a buy because of the previous candle close? Yes, but the probability of it doing what we wanted it to do has gone down significantly. Significantly, based on the closures, based on the opening and the way this candle has played out, it's gone down. So it's not like a, you know, it's not, it's dynamic, but when we started off, it was 90-10 in our position, in our direction. After the first 15 close, it was like 80-20. We're still ahead. But that 20% can play out. And the next candle said, hey, man, this is more like a 60-40. Once we break this low down here, you're behind in a trade. Once you close below this support right here, you're behind in a trade. You're maybe 40-60, 30-70. But it's not about being behind. It's about realizing it's no longer our trade. That closure right there, right? Understanding that we have a level here. This closure right here pretty much negates our trade. This is not what we expected. We did not expect to close back in range. We expected a bottom wick and a slingshot up with that heavy 4-hour candle. But if it doesn't happen, market's dynamic, so is your risk management. It doesn't stay static based on what you've decided initially, and that's it. You know, we're not setting and forgetting. We're actually fucking trading, right? Everything means something. There's data in every candle closure, candle push, candle break. It's your job to read it. The better you get at it, the more precise you're going to be at it. You're going to be able to snipe so many positions. You're going to be able to save yourself from so many losses. Trust me, those losses came last year. They happened. But this is, look, this is where our average ended. We're technically at, it's technically at break even right now. But there's nothing here telling me right now that we really want to push up until we get this closure back above 45.14. Gang, please drop a like, sub to the channel, and please share the stream. I find these streams, the drawdown streams, to be the most valuable ones. And for some reason, you guys kind of get quiet. I figure the most questions would show up in drawdown, or the most trolling, right? But you guys kind of get quiet there. Yeah, this can definitely push up to the top of the range. My expectation was this level right here. Once we tapped here, or once we tap here, the expectation is really, let's go back up to 45.28 and make a decision here. 45.28 seems like a level we're either going to hold and right back down on the 4 after creating a top wick here, right? So we come up, create a top wick, and then back below it, or above 45.40 to continue up. Great stream, a lot of learning. Yeah. Most of the action came here after the 4-hour close. We sat through the 4-hour close. Patience. Patience. All right, gang. I think I'm gonna call it here. I'm honestly, if you're in the signal channel, I'm still looking for positions. I'm not calling it an evening. We might get some positions later on, maybe before the next 4-hour closure in about an hour. I'm probably gonna be on till around 1 a.m. 1:30. So I want to see if we can get some 4-hour close volume that can really spike this up and push this bullish. So I'll look for any indications of this 4-hour, not just closing here, but really pushing back up to the top of the range. It's just, it needs to set up again. All right, you're about to get a 30 closure here. It's 11:30 p.m. Eastern. We will run 10 hours from now. We will run I'm sorry, 9 hours from now, we will run our New York session. We will be here tomorrow morning, and then we will run our Asian session tomorrow evening, right? Look at this. I guess Jay and Terpy were right again here today that Wednesdays seem to move bearish. Wednesdays seem to have some bearish momentum. Damn, if we just listen. Anyway, yeah, congrats to everyone that learned a little bit, everyone that took some dubs here today, everyone that's profitable. We're 70 pips for the day, and we're at over 500 pips for the week. Let's look to continue the streak tomorrow. Let's continue the dubs tomorrow. All right, bring your A game to the New York session tomorrow, chat. I want to see what we have in terms of news here. Yeah, boy. We have 8:30 unemployment claims. So you guys are going to be part of the statistic tomorrow morning at 8:30. We got unemployment claims, and then it's a free for all, right? So looks good. Looks good. Tomorrow's going to be nice because right around those unemployment claims is when I'm going to be starting stream. Right, maybe a little bit after, maybe right around 8:30. Okay, gang. I hope to see you there. Thank you guys for joining me. Hope you guys got something out of the stream. I get value out of every stream, out of all of these, and I really see where people could find value for themselves here, because these streams are way more valuable than just, hey, we hit our level and ran straight to profits. Way more valuable in terms of understanding price action and candles, because you guys really lock in. In drawdown, you guys lock in and you pay attention to every tick, every movement, every candle closure. Not the way you would when it's just, you know, regularly printing and you're not attached to anything. So you're remembering these things. Yeah, we closed bearish here. Closed bearish below this level. They opened up with no bottom wick. This 30 don't look great. The hourly might look good. 30 doesn't. Right? Chance we tap these areas, come back down. Anyway, right now, I really don't care if I'm alone or if I got you sitting there. I really don't care what this candle does. I want this out of this range, either above or below. Yeah. Zoom gang, see you guys tomorrow. Signal channel, look out, possibly positions the next hour, hour and a half. Mods, thank you for helping me run the stream. Chat, love and wisdom to you all. Another long stream. And please, on your way out, drop a like, sub to the channel. Please share the stream. Help me grow this community. Chat, love and wisdom to you all. As for me, my time here is up. And just like that, another Asian session is in the books. Have a good night, everybody. And see you tomorrow morning. Go get your top 1 futures accounts. Make sure you're here, ready, locked and loaded, ready to go with your accounts. All right? See you tomorrow. Later.